Hello, this is Gordon from TaroWorks. This video will go over what is a reference object and when to use it for field mapping. And since we're here, let's use this survey as an example. Now I've cloned this survey from our last video. So this is somewhat similar, where we wanted to create a new contact record and then at the same time create a new account record too. The twist in this case is that the account is already in the system, so I'm not interested in filling in the number of employees or industry it is again. So I'm going to delete those. Well, this looks like what we want, so we're going to save it. But what is this? This message is telling us is that we have a field that is required in the account object, and it's the founding date. And you cannot save it until it's mapped to something. The twist here is that I have added a required field in the account object for the founding date of the company. As you can see here, Salesforce would not allow you to save a record if a required field is left blank. So in TaroWorks the same way. So if don't map founding date to a question, TaroWorks won't save and will warn you about it. This is done to respect Salesforce rules about required field being populated when a record is created. However, as you've guessed, this does not make sense if all you do is just want to link it to an existing account. To solve this problem, we let you declare an object as a reference object. Checking this overrides the rules for required fields. Notice that the existing relationship between the account object and contact object is broken. You need to set it again. Notice that when account is set as a reference object, the only field you can map are fields that can identify it, such as account name, unique text fields, or external IDs. Once chosen, the other fields will automatically be disabled, and the ID field will be set to the account name. Notice that TaroWorks will let you save now. At this point, I'm going to skip ahead, publish the survey, put it in a job, and get the first data point back. So continuing with the example, we're going to register a new person and we're going to assign them to an existing account. In this case, Sanatos Wells Limited. Okay, let's pull that up. So we're already in the middle of filling in this form. We're going to register Gina Gora's birth date, city, she's a surveyor that works for Sanatos Well Company. So we're going to go next, save the form, and sync this to new job. Okay, that's done. So let's refresh. And here you go. You have Gina Gores linked to the Sanatos Well Company. So that worked well enough. Since TaroWorks was able to find the account under that name, it was able to link the new record Gina Gores with an existing account, Sanatos Well Limited Company. But what happens if you set a reference object but you enter an account name that does not exist in your database? What would happen? Let's take a look. So in this case we have a new respondent. It's going to be Zoe Sane. We already have the birth date and the description entered, and we have entered in an account name Sane Arts. That is not in our database, so we're going to go ahead, save it, and then we'll sync it. What would happen is that you'll receive an apex error mentioning that the null pointer exception. What this means is that the account name you have mentioned cannot be found. When designing your forms and processes, it is best to put some planning into avoiding this scenario. In such cases, the completed job would remain in the device, unable to be synced. So to recap, setting an object, in this case account, as the reference object means that we can use any existing account record as the parent record. In this case, something that the new contact record would look up to. This is very useful, as sometimes the object that you wish to make into the parent object has a required field, but you already have filled it in and no longer wish to fill it in again. It is, however, very important to make sure that the account exists, or else you'll run into a null pointer exception. Well, I hope this video has cleared up how you will use the isReferenceObject checkbox in the field mapping page. If you have found this video useful, I invite you to click on the thumbs up button below, as well as subscribing to the TaroWorks channel. Should you have any questions or comments, please feel free to enter them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching.